Today, I want to talk to you a little bit about greenwashing. Greenwashing is a term that is a little bit, it's a very important term, but I think it's a little bit overused as well. So I just wanted to talk it over a bit, and to help you get your head around what it means and how you can avoid being fooled by the deceptive marketing that some companies use to greenwash their products. So again, it's greenwashing has been a pretty common and popular term to banter around these days, and for good reason. There are a lot of companies that use terms like eco-friendly and organic and natural and healthy, and they put it all over their products, and whether or not they really have good ingredients inside to back it up, and they'll use all sorts of marketing claims that go along with that. So it's important to pay attention to greenwashing and to kind of know what's happening. So one example of that, or sorry, the general definition of it is just that the company is using these marketing tactics to put kind of a green sheen or a halo over their products when for instance, they might call the brands might be something organic or organics, and they may use a couple of organic ingredients but not very many, and they also may use artificial fragrance and paraben preservatives and things like that in the product. So just because you see those terms doesn't mean that it's necessarily organic, unless you see like in that case the certified organic USD organic seal on it. It's not going to be 100% certified organic. So there's that. But I just wanted to kind of talk through a few examples, because I think on the other hand that there are sometimes the greenwashing is kind of bantered around a bit too much, and some people, depending on who you speak to, will say that this or that brand is greenwashed, when it's really sort of a continuum. It depends on what's important to you and what your biggest concerns are. So I've one brand, just to name one that I've heard a lot of people say is greenwashed, is Burt's Bees. And I just wanted to give that as an example, because that's a brand that is around. It's very easy to buy at Target and drugstores and things. It's been around forever. They did get bought out by Clorox, and I know that to some people that would immediately mean greenwash. Bottom line is, it's not a brand that I really buy, or it's not one of my go-to brands, but I was just digging around on their website a little bit, and it's actually better than I thought. Like they talk a lot about the percentage of natural ingredients that they use, and it's very, very high. They're upfront about their fragrances somewhat, not 100%. They don't disclose all the ingredients, but they say they're almost all natural except for a few like legacy products. Anyway, bottom line is, if you dig around into a company's website and you contact them, you can find out more about the ingredients and whether or not you can trust them. With Burt's Bees, not very many of their products are listed on the EWG, so you might have to do a little extra digging to figure it out, whether or not that works for you. And I'm not trying to promote Burt's Bees here. I'm just saying that instead of just saying, oh, they are greenwashing, to say, hey, if this is a product that is easy for me to buy because it's in the drugstore and it's affordable, look into it a little bit and see whether or not the ingredients are safe, because they might be. And I see in some circles, I see the word greenwashing, used sometimes almost a bit too much, because then people will say, no, I'll never use that brand, So unfortunately, there's not just one way to know whether someone is greenwashing or not. So here's what I recommend, and that is that you understand what's important to you, and it's the convenience, the cost, the ingredients, all how it works, all those things. And then you do a little digging into the brand to see whether or not it's a brand you can trust. And once you find a brand that works for you and you can trust, you can stick with that brand, and you can feel good about that instead of having to worry every time. So that's a little bit of advice. I mean, I have a number of brands that I, love and trust, like Juice Beauty and Mad Hippie. Beauty Counter is one of them, where I know that they have vetted the products and the ingredients, and that they have a, social mission and philosophy that I agree with, and all of those things. And another point I wanted to make too about greenwashing is that there's kind of a continuum of products. So you could, and again, I guess I forgot to mention that just in this video, I'm just really talking about beauty care products. There's greenwashing that goes on, in all sorts of other products, eco-friendly, everything, and natural and all of that. But today we're just talking about beauty products. So, I just wanted to make the point that you could go from the continuum of, 100% natural, pure ingredients like shea butter, coconut oil, pure essential oils, things that, are definitely 100% natural. You could look at that as kind of being the gold standard. But if you want to use shampoo, for instance, or body wash, bubble bath, anything water-based is going to need some type of preservative, and that is going to be most likely a synthetic preservative. The natural preservatives might work a little bit, but if you want to have something that can sit in your bathroom for an extended period of time, you're going to need some type of synthetic preservative. And so there you go. You've got a little bit of synthetic in there. But the brands that, are out there that use mostly natural and non-toxic ingredients, use a small amount, just enough of these synthetic preservatives to keep them safe for us to use, but still be safe, or keep them safe for us to use, and also not mold in your shower, which would be really bad. So it's just an important point that just because something has some synthetic ingredients in it does not mean it's bad. And there are plenty of other safe synthetics. And then also naturally derived ingredients. So you take a natural ingredient like coconut oil, and some processes are done to it to create other things like glycerin, and plenty of other ingredients that are in products. And all of this could be like its own video about ingredients, because it's really complicated. But the main point I want to make is that you can't just say if something has a little bit of synthetic ingredients that they're greenwashing. So again, just to keep this short and sweet, the goal is to do a little bit of your own research on the brands, find the ones that work for you and that you love, and to stick with those brands as much as you can. And then you can do a little more digging if you find something else. I mean, there is definitely a lot of greenwashing out there. So be careful, especially in places like drugstores, when you just pick something up that says organic or natural on it, it might not be. So, but now hopefully with this course content and the tools that I give you here in the community, that you will be able to, quickly do the research that you need to do in order to find the products that work best for you. So I hope that helped, and definitely ask me questions if you have any. All right, we'll talk to you later. Bye.